Celebration of 5-day-long Yaosang festival commenced with religious fervor and gaiety. Yaosang Sports Festival 2021 also begins with joy and jilled amid the coronavirus pandemic. Okram Henry pleads to Supreme Court to conduct his by-election at the earliest and to let him continue holding his ministerial post until then. BJP State President S.T. Kendra says BJP will sweep 2022 State General Assembly election. Villagers of the 5 villages of the Kadi appealed to BJP-led government to send the head of relevant department to Hills to ensure benefits of the Go to Hills mission. Manipur reports 9 new COVID-19 cases out of 705 test results and 4 recoveries in 24 hours. Death toll remains at 374. India logs a single-day spike of 62,714 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, rising tally above the 1,19,71,000. Recovery rate stands at 94.59%. And India Meteorological Department Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati predicts heavy rainfall along with severe thunderstorms in the state from the 28th to 31st of March. Hello, good evening and welcome to Impact News. We wish our viewers a very happy and colourful Yaosang Festival. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the battle is not over yet. Now the news in details. Celebration of the 5-day-long Yaosang Festival, the Festival of Colors, commences with religious fervor and gaiety today. Yaosang Festival is one of the biggest festivals of the state. It begins from the full moon day of Lamta, which usually falls on March. Nakading Chatpa, or a monetary donation by children, also begin with Yaosang Maithaba, or burning of the straw hut. As per customary rituals, the straw huts are made at every locality and people, regardless of age groups, came together and burned the hut, which marked the beginning of the festival. Like every year, people came at the historic Kangla to fetch the sacred fire to kick off sports events in relation with Yaosang Festival at different localities across the state today. Rate of people coming to fetch sacred fire was comparatively less as compared to previous years owing to the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Relevant authorities took the necessary preventive measures in view of possible the second wave of COVID-19. As a part of the measures, only 5 representatives of the NGOs and local clubs were allowed inside Kangla to fetch the sacred fire. Police personnel were also stationed outside the Kangla gate to ensure people maintained social distancing. Speaking on the sideline, people coming to fetch the sacred fire expressed apprehension of the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Elderly women folk said they took part in the activity to guard the youths and to guide them in the safely organizing sports event.
Gizuki Mayangina Magdalena Muxo Kali, Sahigi Mundamulak when you come and like Boyan Sema Selagana.
Aquina Sagi Laiba Anisu website, Siga Marilena, Sahi Magi of Sanena Lakotaragasu, Masidi Yam Aruba people on the Labanina, Alamalamoina Mama Oina, Sanabunga Oragasu, Aquina Sagi, Aqui Sana Pataba Humse Hazanatana, Isasing Seloina than Aquina Kuma Isibulo and Hona Zaganena Lose.
Sakagi is officing Aga, Hoi Yarimakayo in Division Genda, Toraga Hoi Sai Kudingi, Luxury Hogi, Lamtagi, Manipur, Hoi Punimanumita, Yoksangana, Lai Yoksanga, Hoi, and sports, don't say good in Pantok Lai, Adohoi Yarimakayo, Sakagi is officing Aga Tozani.
Yawning you say he couldn't some sana Konina Yawning it. Evenche Kakano, Evenche Karadum Hanley Kadikatare.
Despite apprehension of a possible outbreak of second wave of COVID-19 pandemic in the state, people coming to fetch the sacred flame from the KANEL shrine today on the first day of Yaosheng festival to lit up post torches so that Yaosheng sports meets are being held in various places. However, unlike the previous years, only few people are allowed to get inside the KANEL 4 in order to avoid large crowd. Strict measures are being taken to ensure that COVID-19 related SOPs are followed. Whether sports or other events, strictly avoiding COVID-19 protocols is the need of the hour in the wake of rising active cases of COVID-19 in the country. It would be wise to extend necessary cooperation to the relevant authorities for the same. With camera person Chungham Subhas, this is Ketumayum Premchan reporting for Impact News in Far.
Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly Yumnam Khemchan has appealed the public to follow COVID-19 related SOP while celebrating Yaosheng sports. He was speaking to media after the inaugural session of the Hill-Drobed Mineral Water Industries opened at More Ward number 9 yesterday. Khemchan urged the sports organizers to adopt necessary COVID-19 measures to prevent the possible spread of COVID-19. He lauded those clubs in Singjume Assembly constituency which have declared to cancel Yaosheng sports this year following reports of second wave of COVID-19 in some states.
Holi Yaosheng lakpada dharma sibu satpa kuye palan doba kutingmapu ani ai paujul pijari loina COVID-19 gi second phase haibatai Bharat ki tongan state singda achoba saphu ma laisi aikoina festival oragasu masidagi section na pun laimina si haiba simai appeal tawjari in the larger interest of Manipur duai aina gamjaba singjamai dadi singjami constituency gi di maira pai sing club sing punama kawrakanda hedi sports topic do leiragasu not only SOP hena section na tobio haina the club singna kuye maira bai bisingna daita lobidana kuntarela kunipana club daibani adu manungda ama ani natana loina mangna khoi tawroi haina lepi.
Deputy Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly Khongkham Ravindra extends heartiest greeting to the people of the state, especially the Hindu and Meitei Brethren on the happy and auspicious occasion of Yaosheng Festivals 2021. The Deputy Speaker in his message wished that the festivals usher peace, happiness and prosperity in the state. He appealed to people to abide by COVID-19 related SOPs while celebrating the festival. Wabagai Awang Laikai Youth Development Association kicked off its 36th annual Yaosheng Sports Meet 2021 today. Speaking at the event, Cylind distilled producer P.H. Lanajid urged the public to abide by necessary COVID-19 related SOPs while celebrating the festival. He appealed to preserve and protect the ancient traditions and cultural heritage. Wabugai Jila Parisad and Jayanta, WALYDA President Ranjit Luang, NR Media Proprietor NR Rajesh, and many people took part in the event. Youth Trust Kakching organized a first Yaosheng Mathematics, English and Handwriting competition at the Kakching Public School today. Speaking on the sideline, the Secretary of Sena Youth Trust Kakching, Wairi Senapati Laikai, Gyanand Naurim said the competition aimed to motivate and encourage students who were deprived of education due to a global pandemic.
Malian Yoina Piriba COVID-19 ki saithing asida saithing nanglaba mahiruisingna tungi punchida mahi masil gilamda tangdamnaba amadi mahi tamningbagi honaningbagi wakal du phawna namagi damakta sinjaba adugumlaba competition ni angangsingda handwriting kui phajaba haibasi so yamna mathau tai adugi mathakta English amasung maths haibase Malian Yoina lagliba mahi masil gilamda yamna mathau tai khanjaduna haiba subject sing asida lokatsaraga pangthok jabani.
Various clubs of different localities of Jiribam district also held Yausung Sports today. Speaking on the sideline, Superintendent of Youth Affairs and Sports Yas Jiribam and the Trilok appealed to the public to follow necessary COVID-19 related SOPs while celebrating Yausung Festival. District Police Jiribam also instructed the clubs to abide by COVID-19 SOPs during the sports using loudspeakers.
Tournament club organizations in the Sinduna, my pana, Satanari, I know, district youth affairs sports key, my KD Pinimba, SSD, Akogi, Huzik Lariba, Akogi COVID-19, Petamik Asina, Maram Oidana, Akogi, Zibam, the Satariba, Koyakshin sports, Maruina, Koy Kante, Piam Kumba, Koy Kutka, Sonadaba, Miga Katewanadaba, Adumba, sports in the same Maruina, Pangtopiu, Aduba, Loina, Koy India from Kronta, Henkaleba, COVID-19 second wave, Koy Manipur, Yodra. Amadi Oxon Manusida, Apogi, Toriba sports is now, COVID-19 Maram Sondanaba, Apoy Mayam Puna, Hona Minarga, Apogi, Yaxon sports say, my Pana, Amadi, Apogi Yam successful over Monda, Tuan Collaborations.
Okram Henry today said he has already pleaded to the Supreme Court to conduct his by-election at the earliest and to let him continue holding his ministerial post until then. He was speaking at the inaugural event of the 51st Annual Sports Festival of Citizens Club Sobam Laikai in Wangkai Kuno today. Okram Henry said his election petition case is still pending in the court owing to COVID-19 pandemic, thus hindering conduction of the by-election. He added that he has taken the necessary legal course of action from his side. O. Henry said whether he will continue holding ministerial portfolios or not depend on the government's decision. It may be mentioned that Okram Henry won the last state general election from Wangkai Assembly constituency on the Congress ticket, but later resigned from his MLA post to join the BJP. After joining the BJP, he was given ministerial berth. As per the Supreme Court's ruling, any non-elected member can't be a minister for only 6 months, after which the candidate has to contest by-elections to show voters' strength.
Election petition, the film changing even. I want a case of COVID team, Marana, Matambo, Madugi, Handriba, Tendagiba, timing Herbo, Aisu, India citizen Amawaya, Aigi, Apil Lama, Supreme Court of the Hongo, and Hadana Tatsaru, Taparada, Aigi, Smila, Tato, Piapani, Tato, Piapani, Mother Aigi, Matambre, accident of view by election is the approval of the backbone view, Haidana in Apil Lama, the 7 Haida, Masada, Tonga, Karana, Haidara, Tigi, Haidam, the Haida, the highway, and the knee, Masidi, Ekuzuni, Nana, Niona, Tatsari, Tobam, Papa, Hana, Tani, Haidusina, Tani, Travel Minister who Mamki
Okram Henry kicked off the sport event by hoisting the club's flag. Titular King and Rajya Sabha MP Laisemasana Jauba also took part in the event. Many Pana groups from areas under the jurisdiction of the club also hoisted their respective flags at the event. A parade competition was also held on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, Okram Henry assured that 80% of the works are completed to convert Wangkai Assembly constituency into a model constituency and appealed for public's cooperation for the remaining works.
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯈꯩ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯋꯥꯡꯈꯩ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜ ꯀꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯥꯡꯖꯔꯨꯕ ꯃꯥꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯗ 130 ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ at least 80% ꯐꯥꯎꯇꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯊꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯦꯆꯤꯞ ꯇꯧꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨ ꯑꯩ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯊꯝꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯋꯥꯠꯄꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯄꯔꯐꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯖꯟ ꯀꯞꯀꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯀꯣꯂꯨꯞ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯌꯧꯁꯜꯍꯧꯗꯕ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯁꯦꯝꯍꯧꯗꯕ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯤ ꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯤꯍꯧꯗꯕ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯄꯥꯏꯈꯠꯆꯒꯅꯤ.
President of the Bharatiya Janata Party Manipur Pradesh, S.T. Kendra, said BJP is a peoples-oriented party and expressed a firm belief that BJP will win the upcoming general election and continue serving the people. He was speaking at the inauguration of an office of Kaisamthong Mandal at the Sega Road in Kaisamthong Assembly constituency today. Speaking at the event, Tikendra claimed that the NDA government is included among the best governance in the world. He said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is known as the tallest leader of the world. As Tikendra reiterated his belief that BJP will win the upcoming 2022 general election and the formed government again.
BJP or BJP as such. BJP will be like that. I don't know what BJP said. BJP said absolutely not for election politics only. What the BJP out of the time. Madam G, vote singer, vote the apartment. Masi party of Pankadu party, Masi the central Sakar Pili, Masi state Sakar Pili, Masi the vote living with the precise about the office. Masi the Kaya worker, Masakar, and Wangam behind the target. I couldn't preside, don't take the result for commitment. But the result I could walk on Pudum. I moment of the Masiwa from Sada Pogong in Ghana. We can't be out, we can't be out, the interested in said the same kind of the way.
Villagers of Kadi, formed by 5 villages under Tamai subdivision in Tamenglong district, expressed disappointment that the villages are deprived of the benefits of the Go to Hills mission, despite claim by Chief Minister Nongthoman Biren-led BJP government that the mission has brought developments in the hills. The villagers appealed to the government to send head of relevant departments to take up necessary welfare activities for the hill area. Speaking to media at the Kadi Part 1 today, Kadi ex-chairman Mai Kanping Khengta said Kadi, which was a single village earlier, is now divided into 5 villages consisting of Part 1 to 5. He asserted that population of the 5 villages inhabited by Liangmai community is around 2,000. He highlighted the plights facing the villagers due to improper road, lack of water facilities, electricity and medical facilities. He pointed out that the 38-kilometer stretch of road from the Chalwa Kuki village to 5 villages of Kadi are in a deplorable road condition. He espoused the need to set up a proper health center in the 5 villages considering the plight facing the villagers. Mai Kanping Khengta said a primary health center constructed at the Kadi Part 1 20 years ago is still defunct till date. He lamented that the primary health center has turned into a shelter area for animals, stating that many ailing persons are brought either using Saktiman or a mini truck or even stretchers. He said that many could not even make it to hospitals owing to the deplorable road conditions. Mai Kanping Khengta said vegetables like cabbage, maize, potato and others are abundantly produced in the village. However, many vegetables produced could not be transported till Tamenglong, Kangpokpi and Imphal and gone to waste. He also appealed to the state government to take up necessary measures to revamp the tourist spot in the village.
Jingmi Tami Amatani Hanedi, Chindedi Haiba Adubu, Jing the Karisu, Satpidaba, BJP government Sesi, Koi, BJP government Haina, Koi di Tazuna Lerega Sigma, Jingimi Budi Krisu Tosabi, the Besi Koi di Pamjaduna, government Parib Kambuna, Hingmin Sarah di Development Chamanana, Ekoi the Su Jingmi, the Sukadi, the Sudum Pibirao, Tribal MLA Sing Minister Sing Se, Tampak the Demohogim, Padzaba RCCM, Semgat Sagalaga, Nungaina Hinjri Adubu, Jing the Dim Krisu Tawidre, government Sisu, public sing support already, a Sigamba development si Pikatrabdi, si Miam na su Pamjadre, Aduna Sigamba si Mukhoisu, Tribal MLA Sing Minister Sing Su, Sing the Chalaga, Mukoina Tauga Doba Tabaktu, Taubio, BJP government si Jahi Mari si Parapagi, Comedi Tautokra Dubo, Kadi Kundedi, Sigamba, development si Krisu Laktri Aduna, BJP government, go to village ki si Koi, BJP government, Kadi Sulak Pio Haina Kogi, Pamjabani.
National Herald Consulting Editor Nachiketa Desai expressed discontentment that the government has taken control over the media houses, thus encroaching on the press freedom. He was speaking on the sideline of the lecture on the Gujarat model governance at Manipur Public Library in BT Road today. He lamented that there is no freedom of press in Manipur. He mentioned that news of the public frequently subjected to threats for raising their voices against the government is not a new news. He said that this same situation is prevalent in many parts of the country. He asserted that economy, liberalization, globalization and consumerism are the root causes of such situation.
They said that there is no freedom of the press, if you call it, because the press is threatened. If they carry anything against the government, they are intimidated. So I said, I found that there is nothing unique about it. It's the same situation in most of the states all over the country. Government has controlled the owners of the press. So it is not the freedom of the press, it was the freedom of the owners. So they purchased it. Journalists themselves want freedom, but they don't have the freedom to write. If they write, the editor won't carry it. The editor won't carry it because the owner doesn't want him to write. That is the scenario here.
Old Assam Manipuri Youth Association AAMYA condemned the statements mentioned in the press release issued by Old Assam Manipuri Students Union AAMSU in relation with Chief Minister Nongthombam Biraine's visit to Assam on March 25. Speaking to media at the office of Old Jiribam, the Working Journalist Union in Baupara in Jiribam yesterday, AAMYA Chief Advisor KHS Kundald said that an organization cannot claim the term Assamese Manipuri used by Chief Minister and Biraine during his speech at Assam as false, pointing out that various communities residing in Manipur are called as Manipuris for short. He asserted that no one is entitled to say whether it is correct or not to call the Meiteis residing in Assam as Assamese Manipuri.
Assamese sari term asi Assam sarita sabana define the wangam Assamese sari se kari no haibismo Assamese sari se ngatagi okhomia ngangi ba kambu khaktara natraga kana kana ro Rava missing mayam se Assamese natabra natraga any Assami boundaries le dum kana kana no Assamese sari tab kana apna define the wangam driba adugi chani ne bolai riaba Assamese Manipuri harga kitang aikoina tab da gadi nuai taba aduga chapchana aikon thigal rogadi sungal la do bosam ne hajini ngeba.
A massive forest fire has broken out at the Ukrul's Shiri Peak. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biraine has sought help from the central government in dousing the fire. Manipur reported 9 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 705 test results received today. Newly infected persons are all from the general population. They are 2 each from Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal, and 1 each from the Vishnupur, Churachandpur, and Senapati. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, the press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 29,385, out of which 63 are active cases. No death case has been reported in the past 24 hours. Death toll remained at 374. On the positive note, 4 people have recovered in the past 24 hours, rising the state's total recovered cases to 28,948. Manipur's COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 98.51%. So far, 85,714 people have been administered COVID-19 vaccine in Manipur. Demand Committee of Constructions of Autonomous District Council thanked Chief Minister Nongthom Biren-led BJP government for giving approval to conduct the upcoming Autonomous District Council elections in 4 new hill districts, namely Kamjong, Tamenglong, Ferzold and Noni. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, developing tomorrow, presents Panthoibi Green Homes, a destination of luxury living, equipped with modern amenities. Launching on 12th of April 2021. Pre-register starts from 1st of March to get special discount. Panthoibi Green Homes. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, Uripok Taurang Bamlaikai, Imphal.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited na miyamgi damak G+2 dagi G+6 ta upgrade tawkraba residential project amakak launch tawzai. Upon Sembam ki 10% amok down payment pibiraga lemoriba 90% aduna chahida 6.99% ki changda thagi installment basis ta thibirak payagan. Ngasi maleng simbiro Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, a sister company of Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, Torambam Lekai.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Sunday Primetime, the English Bulletin. India has recorded a single-day spike of 62,714 new cases of COVID-19, taking the country's tally to 1,19,71,624 in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, there are 4,86,310 active cases of COVID-19 in the country. Death toll has reached 1,61,552. With 312 new COVID-19 fatalities. On the positive note, 28,739 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, rising the recovered cases to 1,13,23,762. India's recovery rate has further declined to 94.59%. Maharashtra has the highest active cases of above 3,48,000 in the country. Over 6,2,69,000 people have been vaccinated against the coronavirus in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 12,74,21,645 people. Above 2,791,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 10,26,96,280. USA has the highest active cases of above 70,06,000 in the world. China, from where the pandemic started, has 167 active cases of COVID-19. India Meteorological Department Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati has predicted moderate to mild rainfall at various places of Manipur from the 28th till 31st of March. Report from IMD Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati also warned that there will be heavy rainfall accompanied by severe thunderstorms with wind speed of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour in some areas of the state. Rainfall is expected in some parts of Tamenglong, Senapati, Imphal West, Noni, Vishnupur and Chandal district, as well as Jiribam, the Churachandpur and Ferjol district. Heavy storm with rainfall is expected in few places of Jiribam and Noni district. Rainfall is also expected in some parts of Senapati, Imphal East, Vishnupur, Thoubal and Teknopal district on March 29th. Tamenglong, Imphal West, Ukhrul, Noni and Chandal district might witnessed rainfall. Rainfall is also expected in many areas of Jiribam, Churachandpur and Ferjol district. Widespread rainfall is expected at various places of the district on 30th and 31st of March. first ever two-day workshop on the art of bonsai kicked off at the Kumalampak Youth Hostel today. Assistant Professor of the Feeds Group of Institute FGI College of Agriculture, Hanbung, Dr. Senjamd Jinas, in collaboration with KVK Senapati Formed Manager Homen Gangjam and Dr. Santosh Thaugdam of United Rural Development Association Mayang Imphal, organized a workshop. Speaking at the event, the workshop facilitator Dr. Senjamd Jinas asserted that it is high time to establish a culture to grow bonsai trees in the state. He said that it will not only facilitate in providing employment opportunity for the youths but also help in preserving the endangered trees which are on the verge of extinction. He maintained that the workshop will provide all the necessary tips and knowledge for growing bonsai trees for the beginners. Dr. Senjam Jinas said that the art will aid hugely in the preserving various unique and endangered trees of the state and also help in maintaining a stable climate. Stating that bonsai is the art of the growing plant, he claimed that growing bonsai will give peace of mind. He asserted that one can earn a sustainable subsistence income by selling bonsai tree. Dr. Senjamd Jinas also stressed on the science behind bonsai, while KVK Senapati Farmed Manager Homen Gangjam gave resourceful insights on growing bonsai trees at the workshop.
Bonsai workshop se tawu sina manam oiga BSc Agriculture Horticulture amse faculty kya aduga enthusiast kya se ngasi punduna bonsai se manam de yokhat pa promotion toba siru do ba haisi revive toba do bonsai se Manipur da lagta di ngasi gi deforestation biodiversity climate change manam uwa mangjala pasina manam oiga bonsai haiba pochi ga pusala ga mangi do u myam se koi pambi oina di pot ta thara ga di hingi do mangi do pot che kalobung amna bonsai less camping amoina su yokhat pe yare machi gi bonsai workshop sina promote tawgiba tari hinkalak patadi as amni layak pa makhalgu mani meditation to makhalam ne aduna masi pores kayugumba naitom tadana leiraba depression naraba wakhan se laina na aduna aise pungning chondare hai leimyam se machi as amoy bani masi meditation to magon bonsai se hingna bhona da sahi sang base sahi kuntha ni pu chama sangmani masi da tawraga promote tawi tadi wakhan da su peace and peaceful mind phangkani.
Yaisana Bakery opened its second outlet at Samuro today. Ex-MLA Salam Joy and proprietor of the Yaisana Bakery, Wahengbam Shanta Meite, opened the new outlet. Intending candidate of Thongju Assembly constituencies, Prishojit Sanglakpamd, launched a website of the Langold Old Age Home today. International Orphan Home Langold organized the event at Langold Ningthau Lekai in Imphal. Leaders of various NGOs took part in the event. Prishojit Sanglakpam lamented over the lack of the help received from the government at Langold Old Age Home so far.
Isingi awaba hojikti khar mayoknaba hore sana thangnabagi item da suki mate problem ore sing chak leite paisa leitabani na mayamna kalak pa khar duna mating oraga awatpa moina melakpa sahi lisang sina awatpa mayam sing melakpani na lair amate ina khumbatara na mating pang bangam di haiba dumaina hojik sina kal amada mung pangbira mina kal amadong walai ole home si hangtere haduna chief secretary da commissioner da concerned minister da amusung chief minister da director da DC da SP da OC da information kaya pi kre adu ndong tang lak tan wasida inquiry to with all is home je chahi li chang sina hangi besibu kai ke awar pa le ge haida nong ta jeng balak pi ti puksin sar bai bung ipe masing da seng cha khar kap lak podura masin maintenance ro lai jabani khoi asaki mati wai.
RK Fortune Private Limited MD RK Rameshwar has assured to construct sports complex and vacation training center in Patsoi constituency to encourage youth's participation in games and sports. He was speaking at the inauguration of a newly constructed Yaifa Sangland community hall at Changangai Awang Lekai today. RK Rameshwar constructed the community hall in memory of his late mother RK Mitlubi. Rameshwar said that the community hall will facilitate the people of Changangai while organizing various public events.
Naron Singi, Sokat Pagi, Tang Sida, Changangai, Indonesia, Masu, Soike, sport. Complex, Suamasu, Tuntabada Sanaba, on the Sagela Matuda, and Namsiki Chokapadi, Zelda, Sarugana Vidonda, skill development program, Sumaka, Satana with the Mata, economic activity, Daron Smuda, Satabang, with the Bokas Institute, with Namsura, Saraga, Lakadaba Naron Singi Moji, Namsata, economic activities, Samasungi, Namsiki, Wiba, Setolambi, Leba, Mamba Musulam, Namsiki, Fisher.
6-month-long workshop cum production on Gosht Lila kicked off at the Government Dance College Examination Hall in Palace Compound today. Former Pradhan Guru of Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy, Padma Shri KSS Thaurani Sabi, ignite the torch to mark the beginning of the event. Dance, Drama, Music Repertories Union Manipur organized a workshop under the initiative of State Art and Culture Department. Speaking at the event, the former principal of Government Dance College, the project director of the workshop, Ranjit Adhikari Mayund, said Gosht Lila is closely connected with the culture preserved by our forefather. Lamenting that the upcoming youths are unaware of the culture, he assured that the workshop aims to raise awareness among the youths to preserve the Gosht Lila.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯂꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯛꯇꯝ ꯑꯃꯈꯛ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯆꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯥꯒꯠꯄꯤꯔꯝꯕꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯔꯣꯜꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯥꯎꯔ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯟꯗꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯨꯠꯈꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯇꯧꯖꯒꯗꯣꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯙꯔꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯂꯤꯂꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯛꯇꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯔꯛꯁꯣꯞ ꯇꯧꯖꯒꯗꯣꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯍꯥꯔꯣꯟ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯍꯩꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯂꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯍꯩꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯔꯤꯁꯔꯆ ꯇꯧꯅꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯡꯈꯤꯗꯅꯕ ꯑꯁꯦꯡꯕ ꯃꯁꯛ ꯈꯪꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯥꯔꯠꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯧꯔꯒ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒ꯭ꯋꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯤꯒꯗꯣꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯁꯥꯏꯗ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯒꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯥꯔꯠ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥ ꯉꯥꯡꯕꯁꯤ ꯆꯨꯝꯅꯒꯤ workshop ama hogdokpagi wa ngangadaba nati lecture demonstration oina tawbigadabani tha taruk chumna tawraga aikoi attempt tawjari koi sanabi ngangna aikoi hiyange gi thada major production ama gosagi tongnana ba koi sem sajabani koi lila gi asing ama sa ama chai chani gi mamang dagi koi da lerame se koi punamak amutang thiminasi haiba wafam sakaki ta pandam warga koi na tawjabani.
Manipur Gita Mandal observed the Gauda Purnima Samro Divas Palan at the Bhavan in the Pona Bazaar today. The event was held in commemoration of the Gauranga Mahaprabhu who founded Vaishnavism. Many Vaishnavism followers took part in the event. Now the news from the world of sports. Athletic events of the 11th annual sports meet of Old Manipur Working Journalists Union AMJU were held at Kumalampak Men's Stadium today. AMJU members along with Union President Kakching Tabam Vijoy carried out the cleanliness drive at surrounding areas of Kumalampak Men's Stadium after the event. Speaking to media, Vijoy Kakching Tabam asserted that it is the utmost duty of each and everyone to keep the surrounding areas of Kumalampak Main Stadium neat and cleaned. He appeals to preserve and safeguard the areas for future generations. 10th Inter-District Kangleipak Football Trophy kicked off at Imphal Polo Grounds today. All Manipur Football Association along with Kangleipak Students Association organized the tournament. In the first match, Sadar Hill District Sports Association thrashed Imphal East District Football Association 4-1 to enter the quarter-finals. For the winners, Haugo Thang netted 3 goals at 19th, 25th and 41st minute respectively, whilst Jang Min Lend scored 1 goal at the 54th minute. The lone goal of the losing team was scored by Lund Min Hao at 21st minute. In the second match, District Football Association Moirang defeated District Football Association Taobal by 2-1 to enter the semi-finals. For the winners, Robertson and Lal Ringa scored 1 goal each at 8th and 27th minute respectively. The lone goal of the losing team was scored by Mohammad Sahid at 37th minute. Altogether, 7 teams are competing in the knockout basis of the tournament. Imphal West District Football Association will take on the DSA Churachandpur in the 3rd match of the tournament tomorrow. Ex-MLA of the Khetragaon constituency and intending candidates in the upcoming general election, T.S. Nandakishore alias Atayai donated gym equipment to Eastern Iron Gym at Naharup Mayai Lekai today. The T.H. Nandakishore handed over the equipment to instructor of the gym, the P. Ravindro, during an event held at the gym. Speaking on the sideline, T.H. Nandakishore expressed desire to conserve body building sports. He said that the activity aims to encourage and motivate the players. It may be mentioned that Robindro, being a health and fitness enthusiast, has opened the gym to teach bodybuilding sports to youths, among which many of whom they have brought laurels to the state from various international leveled bodybuilding championships.
Chang Papa say Agina, Yam Pana, Panina, Chang Papa Pamde, Hojicho Hasapapa, Nalo, Singuda, in the Kalate, Aduna, Mukoi, equipment, and say, Walapada, Lenin will be on the ethicism, Aduna. I Lejavani, I to the war, political asylum, political advantage, Nati, but say only for sake of the healthy persons. I have gone to donate these things. Nasi Pangong Tongsari was say, farmers in the advances, Yanga, concerned contractors, and Bunalusan and Bagi Apamas. I Lejay has Nasi.
31 players of the state have been selected to participate in the upcoming Federation Cup 58th Junior Mr. India and the 68th Senior Mr. India 2021 to be held at Aurangabad. Press release from the Indian Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation Manipur unit said that the players were selected during the selection trial held at Langwam Laikai Community Hall today. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before I wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Celebration of the 5-day-long Gyeongsang Festival commenced with religious fervor in Gate. Gyeongsang Sports Festival 2021 also begins with joy and zeal amid coronavirus pandemic. Okram Henry pleads to Supreme Court to conduct his by-election at the earliest and to let him continue holding his ministerial post until then. BJP State President S.P. Kendra says BJP will sweep 2022 State General Assembly election. Villagers of the 5 villages of the Kadi appealed to BJP-led government to send head of relevant departments to Hills to ensure benefits of Go to Hills mission. Manipur reports 9 new COVID-19 cases out of 705 test results and 4 recoveries in 24 hours. Death toll remains at 374. India logs a single-day spike of 62,714 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, rising tally above 1,19,71,000. Recovery rate stands at 94.59%. And the India Meteorological Department Regional Meteorological Center Guwahati predicts heavy rainfall along with severe thunderstorm in the state from 28 till 31st March. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. Ukram Somarendro. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and always stay safe.
Yausang kumay manungda COVID-19 ngakthokna